So we're going with the same team as the last game. I don't think there was any reason to change it. I do need to start considering putting another right winger on the team, or even a left winger. I suppose technically Preston could play out on the left. I think he can play further forward. I do have a lot of young players who are capable of it, but I think we need to get them playing some friendlies so that I can find out if any of them are up to the job. So Grogan plays a long ball forward. Because of our strikerless formation, there's nobody up there. Melhado. Amis. Ash. They're in behind, and an early goal for Warrington, and that's pretty disappointing. We've allowed ourselves to be cut through so easily there. We had everybody well marked. You know, there's enough players there to be able to deal with that. And yet his run was just absolutely perfect. Got in front of the defender before the keeper. And that is 1-0. So, Shoutmo will encourage because they have sort of like dropped their heads a little bit. Hopefully that will cheer them up. We've got green smiley faces again. So Ash already provided 1 goal. I very nearly provided a second. We need to sort him out. Tactics, opposition instructions. Never mind your suggestions, mate. We need to stop this guy. What was his name? John Ash. We need to tight mark him and tackle hard. And if we can, show on to weaker foot. Confirm changes. Off we go. We need to silence that right wing. I mean, they are in complete control of the match at the moment. Connor Heath plays nicely there. Ollie Shenton. The through ball was there for Campbell, but he didn't play it, so Hurst. Hurst swings a great effort, and that's 3 times in the last couple of games he's tried that shot. And that's the closest he's got, I suppose. It forced a good save out of the keeper. Buckley to Edwards to Onyeka. Gives it to Heath. Plays a superb ball to Hurst. Hurst has got Campbell in the middle if he can find him. He's going himself again, which we knew wasn't going to end up in a goal. I'm sure I've got every instruction on possible to make them cross the ball when they cut inside like that. But yeah, we'll go shouty at them and see whether that can make a change to what's going on. So Buckley picks up the ball, plays it to Edwards. Edwards to Reeves. Goes out to Ollie Haywood. Haywood plays a ball forward to Hurst. Hurst finds Shenton. Shenton goes for the penalty and gets it. Opportunity to pull us level pretty early in this half. I think Hurst could be coming off soon. He's on a 6.4, so Campbell could replace him. Porter slots home the penalty, and it's 1-1. We needed that, but to be honest, I'm a little bit tired of draws as well. So I think Hurst is okay, but we'll give him a rest. I just want to look at how Ollie Haywood's doing. 6.57. We'll bring Preston on as well and completely change that left-hand side. I think Shenton's been struggling with handling the right winger for them. So, of course I want to proceed. I've just made it after the goal. So, another nice penalty. The keeper's gone the wrong way. And now Porter gets to take a corner. And a little bit of pinball. Onyeka. Go on, take him on, Onyeka. Go on, Onyeka, take him on. Swing the ball in. Swing the ball in. Oh. If he'd crossed the ball, it wouldn't have ended the highlight because we'd have scored. Campbell swings in the ball. Onyeka's at the far post. He will keep it in. Will he go back? He does. Buckley sends Onyeka away again. Will he swing the ball in? No. Buckley, will he? No. Will Reeves? Reeves goes for goal, and he's got 3 players to aim at in the box. Instructions. Discourage long shots. Although I am tempted to put encourage long shots because they might not do it then. Seems like they do everything that we don't have. So let's demand more. See if we can get them to put a little bit more into this game because the win is there if they want it. The ball's crossed to the far post. We've lost the header, but Onyeka on the edge of the area has found the ball in, and what a superb move. And Liam Buckley, the least expected of all the players in that area, has somehow managed to find himself on the end with a left-footed shot for a right-footed player. Absolutely sensational. It was Onyeka who played the ball in. I think it was Campbell with the quick thinking tap to one side, and Buckley slots it home beautifully. That is what we like to see, and all of a sudden, we could be starting with 3 wins in a row. I mean, that was sensational, really, wasn't it? So, I've got to take Reeves off, I think, unless there's anyone who's particularly tired. Edwards is looking quite tired, so we could put Ford on for him, but I don't know. I think I want to see Macomb. Macomb, come on, man. The Irish Macomb. Time's ticking away. We do want to sort of like drop to cautious. Just as I do it, a highlight begins to appear. Porter plays a long ball. Campbell, will he keep it in? Yes, he does, and he gets the ball to the far post. Onyeka was waiting. It didn't quite reach him. Now the counter-attack is on. Murphy is away, and this should be 2-2. Oh, he's hit the post. It's not over yet, but Preston hoofs it away. And now it's coming back at us again with Morris and Vela. And the end of the highlight. Now they're coming back again. Oh, they've hit the crossbar now. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Tactics. Out of possession. Come on, guys, you need to all get back. And leave Ollie Shenton all on his own. So he's going for the long kick, which is probably a mistake because we've got no tall players there. Oh no, Heath's quite tall actually. Onyeka. Overlapping is Buckley, but he's found Connor Heath making a run. Who goes out to Buckley, who swings in the cross. Campbell, the littlest guy on the pitch, has jumped up and headed the ball in. Absolutely sensational. Hayden Campbell, take a bow. 3-1, and that should be that. I mean, look at that. He's such a slight player, and yet somehow he manages to win these headers. Beginning to think height doesn't matter quite so much in this iteration of FM. So Buckley, we've still got 4 minutes, so we need to keep focused. I'm not going to shout that, though, because it usually annoys them. Or at least it did in 24. Shenton making a run through the middle. Campbell is onto another, and he's going to got 2 goals in a minute. Shenton's picked up an injury. I hope it's not too bad. But Hayden Campbell has come in and scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. I mean, he was sort of like fouled by that Gums, or whatever his name was. But 4-1, we've made this look comfortable now. I've got a feeling these have just sacked their manager as well. I did see a news flash about somebody like Warrington sacking the manager. But that is an absolutely sensational. Blown them away. Considering we were 1-0 down for such a long time, I would say that was sensational. So Potts is going to sign for Belper Town. Accept. So I've left the sort of like conversation open that he can come back if things don't work out. Right, so we do want to make a couple of changes this time. I'm going to give Hurst the rest and let Campbell play for him. And Preston can come on for Haywood. Hopefully he can do a bit of a better job than what Haywood did in that match. So probably should have brought Weir on as well, but don't want to make too many changes from a winning formula. So we are away as well, so that makes it doubly difficult. Give them a nice early encouragement. So a long ball forward to Onyeka. Heath. Onyeka. The highlight's not ending. Usually it's a pointless highlight, but it's looking like something may happen in the early seconds of this game. Shenton's going to chase on. The keeper, Brook, picks up the ball, kicks it out. He's not in his goals, but it doesn't fall to us, so we can't have a shot from the halfway line. And Trickett Smith, straight through. It took 50 seconds. And it doesn't look like we're going to get to see the highlight. So we'll not worry with that. 50 seconds and we're losing. They're all laughing at me, even though, because I've just encouraged them and we've conceded a goal. Shenton gives it to Heath. Plays a beautiful ball to Onyeka. Onyeka in space, charging into the box. And 2 minutes, 45 seconds in or whatever it was. And we are 1-1. The game is back on. What a ball that was from Heath, though. I think he needs to be trained into this position as well. He's been playing it for a while now, and he is sort of like semi-okay with it, but that was a good ball, whatever. I mean, if you look, they're playing some sort of like 4-2-4. Very high line. Got to stop the crosses. Have we got that instruction on? Out of possession we want, sorry. Line of engagement, cross engagement, that's what we like. We've got to stop them crosses. And I think I'm going to go actually to the tactics and try and put them wingers under pressure. So, tight marking, hard tackling, and we want him shown onto the left. Tight marking, hard tackling, him shown onto the right. See if we can keep them quiet. So Connor Heath's snuck in and won the ball. Onyeka is away. He's got 2 players on the other side who are completely unmarked. He's gone himself. To be fair, it wasn't a bad effort, and he did score like that before, but that was one for an early ball, really. He had 2 players. Is it Hurst? I don't think Hurst is on. Shenton and Campbell, who were both in space. I was going to say, I thought Hurst was on the bench. And he was. But Onyeka has got another goal. That's 8 goals now for the season for him. So it's a good return. Most of them have come when we were playing him as a poacher. So we can't say that he's doing well in the position he's in. But at least he can play there. That's the important thing. Unlike Connor Heath, who's been played out of position. Still playing well, though, Connor Heath. So I'm going to drop us to cautious. I think we just need to make sure that we don't concede. If we got a draw here, this is one of the games that I wouldn't be completely frustrated if we only got a draw. I think this is probably one of the toughest fixtures of our season, Geisley being the other one. What a goal. Ollie Shenton. I mean, it's a sensational cross from Tyrese Onyeka, but this is pure class. And I had my doubts about Ollie Shenton, but they've all been wiped away. Look at that for the number 10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Left-footed volley. Keeper had no chance. And we are beating Hensford at their own cooking pot. I'm delighted with your performance so far. Keep it up. Do we need to make any changes? Everybody seems okay. Reeves is not particularly performing great. So if I bring Bakum on for Reeves, hopefully he can improve what's been happening in the defensive midfield. Just see if I can find him. We'll just keep an eye on McCoom. He's a young lad coming through. Hopefully he can make himself known, make his presence felt in what is an important game. Weir was probably the one we wanted on for this game, but never mind. So Hensford starting back with the keeper. A short pass. They've gone long now. And they've won the ball, but Grogan will pick up the ball and play it long himself. And it's fallen to Shenton. And we are 3-1 up. Ollie Shenton gets his second of the game. And with just over half an hour to go, 35 minutes to go, we've got a 2-goal lead. And I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't know what that defender was doing, lying on the floor, but I think it took a bit of a deflection, but Ollie Shenton will be happy to take the plaudits for that goal. And all of a sudden, this tactic seems to be beginning to fall into place. Campbell, taking his time, pick his pass, gives it to Preston, gives it to Shenton. He's got a player in the far post with Heath, and Heath gets there. That's another one for Connor Heath too. And we are beginning to stack up the goals here. I was not expecting this. Just like the Hartlepool game, I thought we were really going to struggle here today. That's 2 goals in a minute. That is practically from the kick-off of the last goal. We've won the ball back and scored. I'm almost tempted to praise the players, but do you think that's a bit too much? Muddy. We've got to stop. Look at that. They're on stop crosses. 2 of them there, and neither of them put a foot in. Focus. They don't like that shout normally, but they need to focus. So we don't want them to be getting another goal too quickly. Going to drop it to defensive. Time is beginning to tick. We've got a few tired players on there, so let's have a look. Grogan has had a good game. Provided an assist. But we've got a couple of players on yellow cards as well, which might have been worth considering. But I think Hurst needs to come on. And Onyeka is the one who looks like he's tired, so we'll let Hurst go on in place of Onyeka. Anybody else who's tired is playing the rest of the game, unfortunately. This is an excellent all-round performance. We are going very defensive. And I just want to make a couple of out-of-possession tactical changes for the last few minutes. And that is basically make sure everybody comes back when they attack. So far, that seems to be working every time I do it, which is good. Another fantastic win, 4-2, at the home of Hensford Town. I'm very happy with that result and the way that they played. Sensational result. Right, so we're back to here. We probably want to bring Hurst back in before he starts getting annoyed again. So Campbell, who did okay in the last game, can't replace Ollie Shenton after them 2 goals. Fox Akande, I'm going to bring you into the team now, in place of Rubio. Rubio! Weir can come back in for Reeves. Right. So, Ollie Haywood, do we put him in for this match? I think we do because Preston's looking tired. And Sadiq can come on and Preston can have a complete rest. Buckley is also looking tired. So we're going to have to put Simba in, who has been pretty awful, if I've got to be honest. He says he's 3.5, 4-star, but he's not. Defensively, he is shocking. Twice I've seen him run away from the ball or the defender, which tells me that his decisions, positioning and all that is not very good. Callum Ainsley is an issue in this game. So, opposition instructions. So, we're going to type mark always and press always. We've got to keep him off the ball, I think. I think they beat us last time, and he got the only goal of the game, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but he's definitely one that we need to keep an eye on. He is a local lad from just down the road, from Leek. He used to play in Crewe. So we've got to keep him out of the limelight. So it's a very quiet game so far. We're 25 minutes in, not a single highlight. Haywood, Porter. Back to Haywood, who finds Grogan. Gives it back to Haywood, who brings the ball forward. Gives it to Hurst, back to Porter. Nice passing movement here. Shenton to Hurst. Was he onside? They've not pulled it back, and Connor Heath slots home the ball. It's taken us 40 minutes to get a highlight, but it was well worth seeing when we got it. A superb passing movement from the players, and yes, I mean, look at that. Just arriving in the box now. Connor Heath busted a gut to get to this area here. And as soon as he hits the space, the ball comes to him, 1-0. I think they're my favourite goals in this iteration of Football Manager. I do like the little, what the FIFA players would call a sweaty. Shenton, Hurst. A little bit of miscontrol from Hurst there. But that'll do. Half time, 1-0. We are by no means secure here. Don't get complacent out there. Defenders, you weren't bad out there, but you can still improve. And they've got the ability to make the difference. Onyeka's looking pretty tired. So I might make the switch of the wingers pretty early. So Hurst will go to there. Onyeka, you can come up. And Campbell, on you go. I do like Campbell. I think he's one of my favourite players in this team. He's only a little guy, but he causes all sorts of trouble. Ollie Shenton takes a corner, swings it in. Dealt with well, and actually there's a counter-attack on here, and it's Callum Ainsley. Come on, kick him, kick him. He's the one player we did not want in that position then. Here he comes again. He's beginning to get into the game now. Good tackle from Haywood. We've won the ball back. Campbell plays a long ball. Hurst does get control of it and skies it over the bar. Oh dear. That was a real good opportunity. Wasted. And I mean, I always think if you're above 1 on the XG, you should have 2 goals. And we've not got there yet. Right, so just pause it at the 70-minute mark and have a look at how we're doing. So Grogan and Edwards are doing well, but they are looking tired. So I'll give one of them a rest. How's Weir doing and Porter? Now Porter's looking tired, to be honest, and not particularly involved. So McComb can come on for him. And we are taking a chance, 20 minutes to go. Bound to get an injury. Campbell sends a long ball forward. Hurst is not going to chase it. So when will we trigger the press? Bateson's got loads of space here. Ainsley has been sent through and has found the perfect pass, and I knew it was coming. And I honestly don't know whether to defend this now or to try and, try and hit them on the counter-attack like they've just done for us. Because a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world. It'd be a disappointing result after everything we've done. But that Callum Ainsley is a real pain in the backside. Come on, guys, put the tackles in. Look at this again. Literally a carbon copy. What else can we instruct them to do to stop Ainsley getting the ball? Out of possession. It's about time you guys sort that out. Now, if that is not enough to stop Callum Ainsley, I don't know what else I can do. But that left-hand side is proving a real issue. Well, we've won the header. Now we've got to get back in quick. Whew. They've put it over. I mean, we could have lost this game by the end of it. Look at their XG all of a sudden. I think we've been lucky in the end to get a draw. For 75 minutes, we dominated that game. And then we were scratching around to try and survive by the end of it. I say we maintain our position in the playoffs, but Warrington could knock us out. Any in there? Nope. Right, okay, so we'll leave it there for now. I don't think there's anybody that we're likely to go for with our impressive £37 a week wage budget that we have left over. So we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.